Hey people, we're here 2v2, Calderis Refinery blue side. Rostam is a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, holds 2 objects, and cannot be suppressed with some powerful offense and disruption. Fights mainly in melee combat. Night Lord's elite scheme over here. Alongside it's Rambo as a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Up against on the red team, the Tenso is a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist that can infiltrate and disrupt with some powerful offense and a bit of support too. He's already sneaking, gonna find some heretics, poor little fellas over there, and rounding us off is Lupus as a Warp Spider Exarch, teleporting commander that fights range combat great for capping and harassing with some powerful control abilities. Should see him jump right ahead and start annoying this force commander over here. Meanwhile, the Lictor Alpha has run into those heretics. Chaos Lord's gonna have a word with him. CSM also there to weigh in. There's the Doom Blast, detonating one of the heretics to deal damage and suppress targets. Lictor Alpha in a bit of trouble here. Might go down very early on. I think he will. CSM are there, and down he goes. Misjudged there from Tenso. Here we see the Warp Spider doing his thing. He can come in now, tie up these Tactical Marines, allow the Banshees to close the distance. Rambo needs to back off here and does. Now it's time to be patient with your Banshees. There we go. Back them off. Can still put the range fire in. Great example there of Eldar outmaneuvering the Space Marines early on, which they can do in those early exchanges, especially. Scouts now weighing in with some bolter fire. Tactical Marines a little bit isolated. Force commanders off the field, so his battle cry not there to disrupt the Banshees, and they're very happy to run in there on the Marines. And we're going to see a very early power harass. On this map you have the 2 natural powers being looked after by one of the players on either team, so quite a big responsibility. West side is kicking off. There's a kill of the week from the Chaos Lord, beautifully timed, healed him up to full. Now finds some termagants. He's got a little bit bunched up and out of position here, the Tenso, but does wipe out the heretics. Laughing out loud is that Chaos Lord. He likes blood and slaughter, even if it's his own stuff. 500 to 468 on the VPs. There's the 1-to-1. He has taken the red natural over here, has Lupus. Reds will get their own natural back. Rostam had pushed up that west side. There's some energy shields. Will give you perfect range cover, basically negating range damage until those shields go down. No force commander war gear. We do get a second Tactical Marine squad, so perhaps look out for some Stone Guard veterans early in tier 2. Khorne's doing their thing. They have found some Chaos Space Marines, and there's a flesh hook, the starting ability of the Lictor Alpha. Very painful it is, dealing damage and pulling a target towards you. Has had a bunch of nerfs since the early days where it did more damage and pulled the model further, but still a very powerful thing. Warrior Brood are up. Heavy infantry melee squad, power melee damage, and they also provide that basic synapse, which is pretty damn useful, doing some suppression, resistance and damage resistance buffs to non-synapse creatures. We do have aspects of the Avenger up on both of these, and aspects of fleetness. Could see some nasty grenades. Could also use them to keep the force commander at bay. No war gear yet. He might want to get his alacrity up. Sprint around, tie up those Eldar quicker. Get where he needs to be. The Warrior Brood in a bit of bother here. Barb Strangler is up, but they have got themselves in a nasty melee fight with upgraded heretics from Rostam. Just down to 2 models now. Some more heretics here with the default 8 models. Lictor Alpha again in a bit of a fierce melee fight. Getting some of his own units a little bit isolated over there, the Tenso, in those early exchanges. But he has his VP and he has that contested power point too, right now in a way. Assault squad now for Rambo. Here they are. Jump squad that disrupt units when they land will really help in the fights. Able to jump on and disrupt those double dire Avengers. They will be counter-initiated by the Banshees, so he will have to try and have the force commander around, not jump too early and get them isolated, so he can help them with battle cry. Double Hormigons for Tenso, only one of them with the adrenal gland so far. Chaos Lord level 2, no war gear. He's got stuck in though, hasn't he? Lictor Alpha with Toxin Miasma. Damage over time. And what else does it do? Yeah, mucks up your speed and damage. Nice weapon. Warp Spider doing his thing. So hard to kill models though against a competent Space Marine player. Force Commander's got caught a little bit isolated. The Warrior Brood are not firing though. I don't think he expected to find that Force Commander there. Here's the flank attempt from the Tyranids. I don't think the Hormigons will finish those Marines though. Or maybe if they target them. Trying to, couldn't quite get enough attacks off. Force Commander got himself in a bad position. Might need some support if he's not to lose his power. In the center, the Chaos Lord and some heretics getting stuck in. Those guys down to just the aspiring champion, who is a Chaos Marine with chainsword bolt pistol going on. And Combi Flamer is up. A little bit later than perhaps you'd expect to see it, but he did have to replace heretics and get an aspiring champion up and that kind of thing against those double Hormigons. Needed that guy up a little bit sooner. Banshee's running away, and the Warp Spider does what he does and caps your stuff. Might get a triple here, the red team. It's Termagants capping mid. These heretics in trouble. Hormigons on them. In retreat as well. Lictor Alpha's there to flesh hook. He doesn't even need to. Level 2 now, the Lictor Alpha. Oh, you actually get a green particle effect on his claws when he has Toxin Miasma. I don't know if I ever noticed that before. Double Dire Avengers with some pew pew on the scouts. Happy to take shots from that single Marine. Oh, now it's all three weighing in. Might see a grenade here. There's no other reason to move forward. And I think it was a tactical error there. Took a hell of a lot of fire once he moved forward. Could have continued trying to get a model off those scouts from a safe distance, I think. And now Rambo can push through. And is that Alacrity I see? No, that was just a melee charge. Most melee units will naturally charge once they close the distance enough on a unit, getting a speed bonus. These heretics have kind of been a menace, haven't they? Tenso's struggling to deal with them with only a single Termagant Brood that has the Toxin Sacks, and of course the Warriors can't suppress the Chaos Lord, so he's not too bothered about their Barb Strangler. And he's doing a lot of damage with that Combi Flame. Look at that thing. So scary. But there's the Toxin Miasma. Does have his melee charge going though. Can he get a model? No, he can't. Kill the weak. Now he moves out of base. That stuff can heal up there. What's going on mid? Tactical Marines capping with their 50% faster capping trait. Warp Spiders hitting the field. Early tier 2 for Lupus. Gene Stealers now for Tenso. Blue team a little bit slower getting to tier 2. But Rambo can come out swinging with a Dreadnought. 291 to 428. Oh, did we see some Spore Mines dropped in? Here they are. Raptor squad up with Aspiring Champion queued up for tier 2. Looking pretty dapper with the Night Lord scheme. Pew pew, more power harass on his side. 1-to-1 cap. Force Commander still with no war gore. He might have an eye towards getting the Terminator armor up in tier 3. Trying to defend here. Tactical Marines not even bothering to try and close the distance for melee because they know there's just be outmaneuvered by fleets or just straight up teleporting Warp Spiders. There's a good jump though by the Chaos Raptors. Stops the power harass in its tracks, and this guy with a Power Fist and Melt Pistol is a force to be reckoned with. This aspiring champion will give those Banshees a really good fight, especially if they catch them low health like that. Tyranids having a look. There's those Gene Stealers melee superiority unit. Power melee weapons and some crazy damage. There's the jump. suppressing a whole bunch of stuff, but did not want to hang with the Gene Stealers there. And double Hormagaunts alongside them, let's not forget. Armor of the Inferno is up. Pretty solid choice in every matchup, really, especially in team games where you can disrupt multiple players' armies with it. But against blobs of Tyranids grouped together like this, it's pretty damn awesome as well. Heretics live. Gene Stealers need to run away, I think. They do have Adrenal Rush, which can heal them up, which makes them even more deadly, having a self-heal ability like that. Assault Squad do have their Sergeant, so could see some nasty jumps into a Merciless Strike. They don't have the energy to do it now. Assault Squads and other jump squads benefit so highly from leveling up and gaining more energy. Decent grenade there. Those Tactical Marines should be forcing melee combat, I feel like. Tactical error there by Rambo. No grenades on the scout, so you won't see one in retreat there. 291 to 390, 100 VP lead then for the red team. And it's a Chaos Dreadnought for Rostam. Has lost one of his heretics a little bit earlier. Tier 3 for Tenso and Lupus, and Tier 3 for Rambo. Did we see the Terminator Force Commander? No, not yet, anyway. Chaos Space Marines getting miasmed up. Lictor Alpha doing pretty well here. Barely getting away. No, he does not. Combi Flamer finishes him off. Had some war gear there, but didn't quite see what he had. Deadly jump, you just saw him jump away, so he definitely had that. I'm not sure. I mean, it's been a lot of harassing. I'm not sure if he's actually taken the generator down. Pretty light tier 2s all round then. Rambo didn't get a single tier 2 unit out, just got some sergeants up. And there's that Chaos Dreadnought. Begins with that auto cannon, which does good damage to all targets with a small area of effect, and you see that twin-linked bolter underslung, and you can't discount the damage from that thing. Great, helping you chase around infantry units. What's going on over here? Chaos Lord might run into some Gene Stealers. I wonder if he'll switch out to the more the Galaxy Burn preemptively done to stop those guys coming in, but he read it. Lots of firepower now from the Eldar Banshees, patiently waiting to engage. And that might be the cue, the jump from the Assault Squad. Nope, he's still holding them back. There's a jump from the Raptors now. Now they're definitely engaged. Might have been a bit of a misjudged jump from Rostam, but they push through and make it work. 2-1 there against the Eldar player. Tyranids a bit late to the party. And Gene Stealers have their rending claws. They can deal significant damage to this Dreadnought without, since it doesn't have melee resistance with this weapon. Predator up now for Rambo. No war gear for the Force Commander. Avatar of Cain on the way for Lupus. Level 4 Chaos Lord. He's certainly killed a bunch of Tyranids, hasn't he? Level 2 Warp Spider with Entangling Web. Use that to stop these two melee heroes in their tracks. The Lictor Alpha is still down over there. Warp Spider trying to cap. It's not going to work out for you. Down he goes. Both red team heroes down now then. No Stern Guard veteran. Was expecting to see those guys out early tier 2, but wanted that quick Predator tank, and why not? Power bashing here from Rostam. Seized the chance well and got a couple of generators. Didn't get the VP though. More Spore Mines dropped in by the Lictor Alpha. That's one of his global abilities. You leveled up yet, Raptors? No, you're almost level 2 though. I'm not sure if Spore Mines give XP. I assume they do. Oh boy, red team seriously clumped up. Look at that. Suppression on so much stuff there with that jump. They are able to brute force through it. And now Rambo needs to be careful, because Rostam is completely off the field. Dreadnought is backing away. Obviously can't retreat being a vehicle. Carnifex hitting the field now for Tenso. Avatar of Cain is up. Blue team had a little bit of momentum there, but these are two very big, heavy-hitting units coming out now for red team. I don't think it was wise to chase the Dreadnought there. I think he should have gone mid and consolidated his position once Rostam retreated off. This is what it leads to. He's being chased back out now. 291 to 281. There's a haywire grenade on your tank. Avatar of Cain coming in swinging with big hits from that Wailing Doom sword. Can you finish it off though? Predator now is moving freely and should be okay, you would think. Scouts there to repair. Tier 3 for Rostam. What is this? Lictor Alpha still down. Capillary tower up. Here's a Venom Cannon Carnifex. The anti-vehicle option for your friendly neighbourhood Carnifexes. Fires 2 shots. So a bit of an odd firing pattern, but pretty cool nonetheless. Chaos Dreadnought might go down here. Avatar's chasing it and it took a lot of damage from the Wailing Doom ability you saw. Avatar providing some powerful buffs to nearby allied infantry, but he's not getting a lot of help right here. Down goes the Dreadnought. Now the Raptors are feeling his wrath. Here's some Dire Avengers to provide some support. Maybe a cheeky grenade. There it is. Rambo too slow to move. Did not see them coming in there. Once it's thrown, there's no way Tax can move fast enough. Here's some Chaos Terminators for Rostam. Looking a little bit depleted. Red team certainly came out strong in tier 3 there. Carnifex now taking shots. Needs to be careful. He can typically stand and trade with a tank quite favourably given the amount of health that Carnifexes have. Can't rear armor hit a Carnifex either, but still needs to be careful. Chaos Terminators coming in with Power Fist, and now they have autocannon. Here come Raptors. Carnifex might be in a little bit of trouble. Not sure where the rest of Tenso's army is. I guess it's coming out of base right now. Lictor Alpha trying to help. Has the Pheromone and that deadly jump, of course. Trying to tie up the Chaos Space Marines, but since they're running towards the Carnifex, they're able to get shots off there. Lictor Alpha does get away, yes. Level 4. We do see Stone Guard veterans up. We also see Vanguard veterans up for Rambo. Stone Guard veterans able to switch ammo types to combat all targets. There's those Hellfire rounds. That green acid effect on the Warp Spiders. You'll see Hellfire rounds loaded in quite a lot fighting these Eldars. This is all light infantry pretty much, apart from the Avatar, who is a super heavy infantry unit, so they'll be using Vengeance rounds to shoot at that guy. Was that the Terminators using their teleport there? Might have been. Rostam pushing up the west side well and will grab this VP. Does not bash power though. Backing off here. Being a little bit more patient. Knows that he's outnumbered by the Tenso. Banshees happy to fight the Vanguard veterans with an Avatar behind them. Where's the Avatar going to engage? He does engage the Assault Squad. Nope, goes after the Predator tank. Where's the Haywire? Where are the Warp Spiders? They're back at base. Triple cap now for blue team. Avatar continues to chase. Will be happy to chase into base. He's not really threatened by base turrets. Predator needs to keep moving. He's taking rear armor hits here. That's really bad. Raptors trying to come in to help out as Rostam supports his ally. And the Predator lives. Was the right time to pull your Avatar out. So well judged by Lupus. We'll see if he can save this guy though. Termagant's capping mid. Going to get a 2-1, I think. There's a Wailing Doom. Might have been a big mistake. Should have maybe kept moving, I think. Terminator's teleporting just to be able to get more shots on this guy. Now trying to break line of sight. It's going to be tough to get this guy out. He needs to support him. He needs to support him big time. Here come Banshees. Avatar trying to use Wrath of Cain. But might be done for here. Need to try and tie up this Terminators. Here come Raptors too. And the Avatar is going to go down. Maybe, I think he might have been able to save that guy if he didn't Wailing Doom there, but it's tough to say because the Terminators would have kept chasing with the autocannon and they wouldn't have been shut down by the turrets in base or anything. Some Terminators now called in by Rambo. Also has the Force Commander Terminator. Makes him immune to suppression, gives him a teleport and Storm Bolter and Power Fist. And he keeps his ability to retreat. Adrenal Gland Warrior Brood, providing that very powerful melee synapse to the Gene Stealers and Hormagaunts. All kicking off in the middle here. 123 to 176, a good let the galaxy burn. Might have hit some allied Tyranids, but some allied Vanguard veterans, I should say. Blue team can consolidate mid, I think. I don't think it's worth engaging the Carnifex right now. Force Commander Terminator got the cap and now runs away. Seer Council on the field for Lupus. Unfortunately for him, does not still have the Avatar, because when you stack the Avatar's buffs with the Seer Council's buffs, you get a very strong Banshee squad running around. 123 to 162. Some sneaky Raptors. What level are you, fellas? Level 3, they've done well. 123 157 on the VPs. 2-to-1 cap for blue. Red team, I feel like, are engaging separately quite a lot here. We might see this now go to fierce mid-fights. Or not. Tenso pushing up the west side. Gene Stealers in amongst Raptors. Really bad fight for the Raptors. Hormagaunts there too. Look at them being torn apart here. That's a strange jump to do. Not sure what was going on there. Raptors do escape. Bloodletters on the field here for Rostam. Not often you see those guys purchased out in tier 3. Rostam does have a nuke available, as does Lupus. So watch out for that maybe. Tenso with Carnifex. No Neurothrope. Shielding up are the Eldar here. Warp Spider trying to cap. He does have his Shimmer Orb, and there it is. Giving him range damage immunity. 123 129. Phase shift on the Terminators. They can't melee him. They are immune to damage though while it's active. They also get some damage resistance for a few seconds once it ends. Banshee's coming in. Seer Council there too. There's a hell of a lot of power melee for these Terminators to deal with, and they are backing the hell off. Good jump there from the Raptors. One of the Terminators went down, and these guys are incredibly expensive to reinforce. 150 rec and 50 power to reinforce those guys. Fire Prism hitting the field. There's an Imperial Abyss from Rostam, the Chaos Nuke. Reasonably well dodged there, I think. And center is uncapped. 123 to 129. Terminator is reinforcing. Oh, it's 100 rec, 50 power. It's not quite as bad as I said. Carnifex trading shots here. Assault cannon up for the Terminators. A lot of piercing damage, not a lot to Carnifex, but painful for infantry for sure. This is another Carnifex with no upgrades. Thornback, I think, would be the way to go. Give you a really nice weapon to use against the Raptors and the Vanguard veterans and his Bloodletters, of course. But we'll see. Barb Strangler is always great. There's that Fire Prism, long range fire support for the Eldar, but can be fragile unless you can maximize that range. I'm not sure why he's driving so far forward there. There's a shot. Land Raider Phobos on the way for Rostam. Chaos Lord level 6. Still no sign of that Blood Maul, which is surprising because we have some fierce melee Tyranid units and some fierce melee Eldar units. Guess he just got other priorities right now, like killing Carnifexes. 123 to 106, kicking off in the mid. Could see a big fight here. Doesn't look like Rambo is quite all on the field though, so red team I think have the advantage, and they sense that and they're going in. Chaos Lord is going to go down on retreat. There he goes. Blue team did not have enough stuff here to hold. There's the haywire on the Predator tank. This Predator has done well. It's up to level 2 with the extra armor. Carnifex getting stuck in, and he has gone for Thorn back. Has the Tenso. 1, 2, 3, 95. Red team will take mid, you would think. Down goes that Predator. Maybe the Fire Prism got a last shot. Perhaps it was this Venom Cannon. Land Raider Phobos will hit the field soon. And it could make a big difference here. Not only can you shoot down these vehicles with it and his Carnifexes, but the Dirge Caster is great for all those melee units running in on your armies. Vanguard Veterans getting away. This Thornback is going ballistic, charging through. So many hit points, and of course melee resistance. We'll see if we can get away. Taking a lot of Power Fist hits, and these guys have Vengeance rounds loaded in. Looks like it'll be okay. We'll need to march back to base though to heal up. 112 to 84. 2 to 1 for red. They've taken mid. Can the blue team take it back? Here is the Land Raider Phobos. It's going to be tough though. Shimmer Orb is up. And we've already seen Phase Shift, which you can use to stop caps maybe. Fire Prism can also knock stuff off caps. Terminators might be required to get some capping action in, I think. Terminators are quite low, and they're not a base healing up. Phobos doing its thing. Twin linked las cannons on these side sponsons, and a twin linked heavy bolter on top. Dirge Caster is also pretty great with an AoE stun and debuff. Nice VP steal from Rostam, but might pay for it by losing some bloodletters. Got some blood sacrifice bloodletters in here though, which he doesn't care about losing. Global ability of the Chaos Lord, and red team get the decap at least. Fire Prism now level 2. He's done some work already. Tyranid formation goes off, and looks like he got some kills there. Looks like it got some kills. The Vanguard Veterans went down at some point, which I thought I saw them jump out safely earlier. I'm not sure what happened to those guys. 98 to 42. Single cap for blue team. They have depleted armies, but they're playing this VP game well. Here comes some Banshee trying to get a decap, but there's a jump. Need to run away, ladies. There's that merciless strike. They do run away a little bit late. Tried to get a decap. Oh, did get the decap. I think that was actually worth it, and well played by Lupus. 1 to 1. Lictor Alpha is now level 4. I haven't really noticed Pheromone go off, but I'm sure it has many times. Doesn't like las cannons to his head though. 2 to 1 I think here for the red team. Phase shift on the Stern Guard Veterans, and an Eldritch. Dodged reasonably well. Down goes the Warp Speeder Exarch too. Power Fist Vanguard Veterans. Oh boy, it's a lot of power melee though coming in from the Seer Council. They will rip you to shreds, these guys. Phobos getting a bit close to massive Carnifex claws. Melter Gun Raptors are in. These guys are awesome. Phobos might go down here because that Carnifex will chase and chase and chase, and so will the Fire Prism. One more hit will do it, I think, and it was the Fire Prism that got it. Now this Carnifex is in trouble though. Stone Guard Veterans are being tied up by Rippers. The Raptors are not though. Also an autocannon weighing in. Do you have your charge available, Mr. Carnifex? You do. Using it to escape and does get out. Well played the Tenso. Capping mid again on the red team. Fierce, tense fighting here. Terminator Force One looking after his VP. Gene Stealer's level 3. That's going to be so scary for these Terminators. And they are backing the hell out. Let the Galaxy burn. Doing some friendly fire there. Obviously trying to disrupt the Gene Stealers, but didn't quite hit them. But oh, they're getting quite low. Gonna go down, I think. The Tenso loses the Gene Stealers, and those guys were level 3. 2-to-1 cap now for red, but they're down to 37 VPs. Blue team have to try and get after this natural over here. Much easier said than done. Doesn't really have super quick units, Rostam, to get over there. Vanguard veterans jumping in. They have to push the action. Double fire prisms now for Lupus. Also has a guardian weapon team. Got jumped and runs away. They got the decap though as a Chaos Lord. There's a kill the weak. So try and make sure he gets out alive, and does. Level 8 Chaos Lord. Wow. 39 to 37. Pretty damn close. A nice flesh hook kill there for Lictor Alpha. Almost level 5. Imperial Abyss number 2 trying to get those fire prisms. This guy got very, very low. Needs to be so careful now. Can the Force Commander get on his rear armor with Power Fist? He's going for it. Smack! Down it goes. Beautifully done by Rambo. And he can, of course, still retreat out. Is he going for a decap here? I think he might be. We'll see if he can do it. Maybe not. It's going to be close. And he can't teleport out. So I think we'll certainly die either way. Does go down. Did get the decap though. And here's an orbital bombardment from the Space Marines. And hits pretty well. Put them all in the same place, which is actually a mistake. The blast is what does the most damage, and since you knock them away with the first one, you kind of want to spread them out. So we're not going to see another bombardment before the game ends, I don't think. So that was it. Lupus has tons of red. Eldritch is probably ready by now. Vanguard Veteran trying to fight Seer Council off this VP here. 18 to 32, no cap game right now. Seer Council get it. There's a triple for red, and that's going to be GG. There it is. Red team take it. Awesome, awesome stuff. Great play from all players. Very close at the end. Chaos Lord level 8. Terminator Force Commander was down mid, heroically decapping that VP. Lictor Alpha level 4, and we had a level 5 Warp Spider Exarch. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.